We've been lucky enough to kayak in some really neat places. One of the more interesting spots that we've been able to paddle was Mono Lake. If you want to experience this for yourself, the best spot that we found to launch a kayak from is called Navy Beach. This spot features a decent sized parking lot, and you are only separated from the water by a short hill. We brought our kayak carts with us, but once I saw how easy it was to get to the water, I just carried the kayaks down. One word of warning to anyone with a major bug phobia: Mono Lake is home to the Alkaline Fly. These guys are seriously everywhere, but luckily they don't seem to bite, and they're just more annoying than anything else. The Alkaline Fly, however, is not Mono Lake's only inhabitant. It is also home to the brine shrimp, or as you might know them, sea monkeys. But enough about the creepy crawly aspects of Mono Lake, let's talk about the stars that everyone comes to see, the tufas. These tall calcite pillars were formed underwater by springs a long time ago. As the lake levels fell, the tufas broke through the surface of the water and now stand proudly on this shore of the lake. It is super fun paddling through the corridors that the tufas have created, but be careful because there are some that are just below the surface of the water and it's really easy to beach your kayak on one. If you are going to kayak on Mono Lake, you need to get an early start. I would recommend getting back to the car at no later than 2 p.m. The winds get dangerously high in the afternoons here. The other thing that you need to keep an eye out for is the osprey. They like to make nests up on top of the tufas during mating season. You need to give them 250 yards of space, and that equals about 750 feet. Kayaking on Mono Lake is super interesting because it is 3 times as salty as the ocean. This means your kayak will ride a little bit higher on the water. It's pretty amazing to look at the shoreline and imagine that at one point all of these tufas were springs. I bet there was one time where this part of the lake was bubbling like a jacuzzi. In fact, if you look hard enough, you might see some of the springs that still float to this very day. When we were unloading the kayaks, some ladies kind of half dared me to take a dip in Mono Lake because of how much everything floats, so I gave it a shot, and I sure did float. I'll admit that my skin felt a little bit chalky afterwards because of the high salt content, but overall I'm glad I did it. If you enjoy our adventures, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notified when we make new videos. Check us out on Instagram at thatadventurelife_official, and for all the information about Mono Lake and other awesome things to do in the Mammoth area, check us out at thatadventurelife.com.